Next up, I'd like to introduce Ed Phillips of Pro Angler Tackle, also another original sponsor of the club, as Finney Tribe is too. And he's got some things he'd like to introduce to the club. Let's have a good hand for Ed.
We've got a couple of new rods at Pro Angler Tackle. We've got a 6.5 that weighs only 3 ounces. And it's got, like the 8-foot and the 10-foot, it's got the stainless steel inserts as well. It's got 7 of them for a 6.5-foot rod. And it's pretty tough, light, very light rod, 2-piece. And then we've got the new 12-footer. The 12-footer has got weighs 13 ounces, and we've designed it to have a very strong hook set power. I picked up a 2.5-pound weight yesterday with this. Try that with any other 12-foot rod. It's a tough rod. It's got 10 stainless steel eyelets, and just like the 10-foot, but it's a little bit different formula on the blank than the 10, because once you get beyond 10, you start losing your hook set power at the tip. And this is, to me, this is the only 12-foot that can pick up a 2-pound brick. So we're selling this for $43. The 6.5 is $30, and we've got plenty of them in stock. Thanks a lot.
Thank you, Ed. It's my pleasure to introduce Doug Yates at Bass Pro Shops. I'm going to ask Doug to tell us a little bit about himself before he starts the seminar, but he's going to talk about Lowrance and some Navionics, and we are really pleased that you're here to share this information with us.
My name's Doug Yates. I live in Sunnyvale, and I work up part-time at Bass Pro. My primary job is I'm a electrical contractor, do safety inspections for the gas and oil companies, travel 8 states, so I'm on the road quite a bit. Really gets in the way of the fishing. Been fishing all my life. My dad started me fishing years ago. We used to fish Texoma every weekend, so I grew up there. And I've been growing up with Lowrance depth finders all these years. Started with the flashers, and we had the early structure scan. You know, we didn't have the structure scan, so what we'd do at Texoma is we'd take our transducers and turn it out to the side on our trolling motor and look up under boat docks to be able to see those spotted bass hanging up under the boat docks. It'll take it a second to get a screen up there. But on the older units, you were able, like the 520s, 522s, the 27, 28s, in the last 3 or 4 years, you've been able to come back over to the edge of the screen and save a waypoint. Now with the new units, and I'll show you after we get it all the way across, you're able to come back and show, go back a considerable ways behind the boat and save waypoints. If you're going down the lake up at speed, you see something that you wanted to mark, you can slow down, put the unit on run your cursor up and run your cursor back, and you can save a waypoint anywhere. Saving waypoints, anytime you save a waypoint, it doesn't make any difference which screen you're on. You can be on your file page back there with tools showing maybe you're looking at routes or something, but you can be on any page. When you hit the waypoint button twice, you're going to save a waypoint. If it still hadn't come back enough. But you're able to come back like this, and you can see how much farther you can go back now. When you go back, when you get it over the cursor over whatever you want to save, all you have to do is hit the enter button, and that saves a waypoint. Go to sonar, go to sonar. Down the bottom is installation. You hit enter, and you can see this. Oh, you probably can't see it. The bottom here is transducer type, and right now it's on unknown. When you hit enter, it brings up the whole list of transducers, and that's where you want to set it for the transducer that come with the unit, which the standard transducer is going to be the WSU WBL, or WST WBL. There's also one for the puck type, which has just got a P instead of a W, but it doesn't make any difference. The transducer is the same on both of those, and that'll help you a little bit. As far as waypoints, like I said, if you want to save a waypoint when you're on your, I don't know if y'all can see this. When you're on your sonar screen, all you have to do is hit your cursor arrow, and if you saw something back here you wanted to go back and save, you can just move the screen back to wherever it was, hit enter, and that saves a waypoint at that spot. Now it's going to go away on your sonar screen when it gets off the screen, but it will be on your waypoint page and it'll show on your maps. Okay, right here you got, brush on the bottom. You got a ball of bait fish over here. These could be individual fish here. With the down scan, it's going to be real easy to determine what you're seeing, or much easier. A lot of folks have trouble reading, determining what they're seeing here. Here, right here, this is our contrast is set a little bit high, where it causes this to be bright. It can also be a real hard bottom. Typically, your light areas are going to be a rise off the bottom. Dark areas are going to be a depression. Like right here, you've got a depression right here running parallel to the way the boat's running, off to the side of the boat. Then over here, you're coming back up, it's getting shallower in this area. The other thing that's important is on your shadows. When you have a tree that's standing up, if that tree is standing straight up, that shadow is going to be straight out to the side. Anybody else have something there? Yes, sir.
I want to say something real quick about Doug. He's been out in the parking lot on my boat several times, and
Why isn't that surprising?
He can do it.
He can do it.
Okay. We're going to close the Q&A, but like you said, Doug said he'll stick around. I'll bring my unit out there if you want to. We'll put it on a tailgate or something. Ask all the questions you want, and we can show it that way, Doug.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, and that'll probably be a little better.
Thank you, Doug.